Da-nang, here we come. Da-nang, here we come.
Welcome back to the channel. Guys, we're in the beautiful city of Da Nang, Vietnam. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Twaka.
And I'm Anna, and we just packed up our entire lives in America and moved all the way across the world to Southeast Asia, and we did that in less than a month. Here's the backstory. It's January 2025, literally about 6 months ago. We were packing up our entire apartment in Nashville to move to Minnesota.
Selling up everything.
Selling everything, literally selling everything I could get my hands on. I was just so tired of being stressed and anxious, spending 2 hours of my day in traffic, the rest of the day at work, hating my life and my job. You were working overnights and just super tired all the time. On top of that, like every day was just work, and then you get your paycheck. Half of it's gone to insurance. That didn't help me. Like I was spending so much money on insurance, and then when we ever needed our insurance, we were still being billed more than we could even afford. So I'm like, why am I paying for insurance?
You have to do a copay. You have to do the deductible.
The deductible, the monthly payment, and then you get sick, and then you get the $1,200 bill. So it was just so stressful. Nashville was very, very expensive. I think it was just recently named the worst state in America for quality of life, hence our move. So we're like, okay, we're gonna move to Minneapolis. We're gonna have our family. It's gonna be cheaper. Everything's gonna be so much better. And to a degree, it was. It was a little bit better. We had our family. I worked closer to home. I liked my job. But then at the end of the day, we're still both working really hard, and bills were just coming out of nowhere. Like I'm working, and there's bills, and there's just all of this stuff. And so we were just still fighting this never-ending battle of being like so stressed, overworking, not enjoying life at all.
And then add the whole political
oh my God,
arena
don't even. Like the politics, everything was just so crazy. It just made packing up everything seem like the most logical thing to do. We've been in Vietnam for 3 days, and every text that I've gotten is like, why did you guys choose Vietnam? Why did you guys choose Vietnam? It was very easy to choose Vietnam. We literally packed up everything we had, moved across the world from America to Vietnam in less than 3 weeks, and I have no regrets whatsoever.
And the crazy thing about it is I remember it was in June that you came to me after dinner and you're like, babe, I gotta talk to you about something. And I was like, what? She was like, before you say no, before you just shut it down, please just think about it. And I was like, okay, cool.
That's how you know it's serious.
Yeah, that's how I know it's serious. We go on the balcony and she goes, I want to leave the country. And I'm like, oh, okay, here we go again. Somebody's been on TikTok a little too much. Because I thought you had just been scrolling on our joint feed. I watch a lot of political stuff and all the craziness with ICE and the current administration. So I thought
politics in general.
Right. So I thought you were just stressed out about that. But she was serious, bro. She had a whole list in her phone of potential countries like categorized by.
Wait, can I tell you how serious I was?
Right, yeah.
I was so serious that I have been making this list and category for like 2 days. I know I'm serious when I get a plan in my head and I don't tell you. That's when I'm serious, because I was like, let me get every point together so that when I bring it to him, it makes sense and he says yes, and he did.
Whenever one person wants something, they always go and like do all the research and try to convince the other person like this is the thing we need. She had the list just meticulous. She had the list categorized by affordability, visa, accessibility, safety.
Yeah, safety was one.
The whole 9 yards. And when I looked at it and I looked at her face, I was like, yeah, let's do it. Because we've been talking about moving out of the country for quite some time now, but it's always kind of been in
like a 5-year plan. Right. And sped it up to like a year.
Yeah.
Because when I brought it to you, I was like, at the end of our lease, let's move. And that was going to be in February 2026. Basically, we went from like, let's move in February 2026 to, okay, let's move in September 2025 to finally being like, let's get out of here July 31st. We're out of here July 31st. So we started packing up. It took us about 3 days to completely move our entire 2-bedroom apartment into a storage unit. We literally packed on the hottest day of the month. There was a heat advisory outside.
It was awful.
Oh my God, it was just us two.
Awful.
Literally just us two moving everything from our 5th floor apartment downstairs into the U-Haul. It was so hot outside, but we did it. We got all of our big stuff first, put everything into our storage unit. We were initially supposed to have some friends come over and help. Things didn't go well, but when I say like everything happened perfectly, like God provides, because your family ended up coming.
Yeah.
Drop of the dime, they literally found out we needed help, came and helped us get everything into the storage unit, finished all of that in about a day, and then packed up the rest of our little stuff over the next 3 days. And it was just God's hand was on it for us, because like if something went wrong, something went right. Something went wrong, something went right. It was like there was no time to second guess this, because every time there was like a setback, there was another door open.
So yeah, that's a little bit about the backstory of why we left America. And it's one of those things, once you see how the system is, like you can't unsee it. So every single day you're just like miserable. We gotta go. So of all the countries we could have gone to, why Vietnam? So all of that being said, here are the 6 reasons why we chose Da Nang, Vietnam as our new home.
When we were deciding what country to move to, cost of living was the most important factor on our list, because we decided to move so quickly. Vietnam is one of the most affordable countries in Southeast Asia. Depending on your lifestyle, you can live in Vietnam comfortably for as low as $600 a month. If you want to live a higher end lifestyle, $1,000 to $1,500 will have you covered. Basically, we can live here for a third of what we were paying in rent alone in Minneapolis. Luxuries like manis and pedis, spa services, lash and brow treatments, and waxes are now easily a part of my monthly self-care, whereas those services were for special occasions only back in the States. The most important part is lower costs doesn't mean lower standards, because all of these services are premium with premium results.
One of the biggest reasons we moved to Vietnam was to get our peace back, or to find the peace we were never able to experience back in the States. We were constantly stressed between bills, deadlines, and frankly, just trying to keep up. It felt like we were working just to survive. Here in Vietnam, life feels slower in the best way. The cost of living is low, our days are simpler, and that constant pressure we felt back home, well, that's gone. Every day here feels like the 2-week vacation we worked so hard for a year round back in the States, without having to experience the Sunday scaries of returning back to work.
Tuaka and I are both huge foodies. If eating was a sport, we would both be in the Olympics. When we lived in the States, Asian food was our go-to because it felt fresh, clean, and so simple. Asian food was our way to escape fast food culture and unhealthy eating. We stuck to Korean barbecue and hot pot and mostly ate proteins and light broths with herbs. Now that we're in Vietnam, we get to experience fresh food on a whole new level. We're eating extremely tasty food without the guilt of eating poorly or burning a hole in our pockets with the high cost of eating healthy in the United States. I treated myself to a fancy Italian dinner a few nights ago with a cocktail, appetizer, pasta dinner, and a dessert for only $9.18. This was actually on the pricier side because I was eating at a 5-star hotel restaurant. Tuaka and I wanted to compare our standard Korean barbecue experience from the States to a high-end Korean barbecue experience in Vietnam. In the States, an average Korean barbecue dinner would cost us around $80. Here, we were able to enjoy a high-class Korean barbecue dinner where our meal was cooked for us for only $15. Many meals run as low as $5 for 2 people. The most shocking part is there's no tipping culture. Once again, we experience better service for less money. It's honestly a win-win for us.
To be honest, we didn't know much about Vietnam, just bits and pieces from history class. It wasn't until we started researching that we realized what a hidden gem this country really is. Vietnam is truly breathtaking. But what we love most is the variety of its beauty. From the scenic views of the rice fields to the awe of its mountains and beautiful beaches, there is so much beauty to be explored in this country. Not to mention the abundance of nightlife here. Here in Da Nang, people refer to the city as a mini Miami, because of its similarities with their beautiful city at night.
We've only been here for a few days, but we already feel so much closer to each other. For me, I love seeing Tuaka back in his creative groove. He's naturally so creative, and with so much freedom here, I feel like he's so much happier, and that makes me even more happy. Seeing his face light up with ideas for new adventures is like medicine for me. Back home, we were boxed in with standards and routines. It felt like our jobs had us detached from our minds. Someone else was doing the thinking for us. Ironically, the convenience in America was almost a hindrance. We couldn't let our minds run wild. Here, we get all of that back. The excitement is like a recharge for us both.
I think Anna and I can both agree that we love not having a clue what day it is because nothing is due. We have nowhere to be and we don't need to be busy to feel important. We felt like we were sprinting through life back in the States. We'd wake up stressed and go to sleep exhausted. But here in Vietnam, life slows down. There's something about a beach city that just screams chill. People will literally sit for hours over coffee here. The streets here are busy but not rushed, and we finally have time to just chill and create. And this has honestly been such a huge blessing for us.
All right, guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching.
Thanks for watching.
It's honestly unreal. We can't believe that we actually live here. It's a Monday evening, and we're sitting at the beach. Look at this view. Look at this view. There are people
all over the place, up in the air.
hung up to that boat doing
she's doing like a wedding photo
some
shoot.
brave people thing that we're never gonna be able to do because we're scaredy cats.
You never know what we're gonna do. But go ahead, if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel to see exactly what we do next. We cannot wait to show you guys all the fun stuff we have coming up. Go ahead and like this video and comment down below if you have any questions, if you're thinking about visiting, or if you want to just chit chat. We would love to connect with you guys. So hit us up and we'll see you guys in the next video.